Hi, Neil here with Covers Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Today we're going over a few tricks and tips on how to install the seat covers on your CF Moto vehicle. Today we have the UForce 1000. This is the 2025 XL, so it's the front and back seats. We're going to show you how they install and just a few quick tips and tricks if you're getting this install done. Let's do this. The first tip is on your front driver seat. It actually lifts up, so you want to grab this lever right here. You're going to pull up on that, and this whole seat lifts up like this. And that's going to make this install a lot easier for you. All right, so when you get the seat in this position, about a 45-degree angle, you can actually lift the entire seat out. There's these little hinges down at the bottom, and you can actually lift the entire front driver seat out, and that can make it a little bit easier to install. Now, in this position right here, you could also install it just right here. Let me show you right here on the back side. This is the driver backrest. There's going to be these straps and buckles right here, super durable straps and buckles right here that you weave through, go through that middle slot, then the outside slot, pull that nice and tight, and that just snugs that down great. Now here's this Velcro right here. This goes around the outsides just to hug those corners around a little bit better. So, whenever you're doing this Velcro, what I like to do is I just pull that nice and tight right here, like that, with this one, and then just take this other side and then just stick that on, just right like that. So that'll keep those corners nice and tight. There's your straps and buckles. There's two of them right here. Here's your Velcro on the back side. And again, this just pulls over the seat right there. So that's your backrest. Now for your bottom, there's gonna be some straps and buckles and a draw cord around the outside as well. So here's the driver's seat bottom. You can see there's also straps and buckles. So here's your strap, there's that buckle. We're pulling this nice and tight. That cinches up nice and tight. And again, we went up above where it has this sliding bracket system. So we went above that, okay, just to avoid it from catching on when it slides forward and back. And then there's two of those, two straps and buckles to cinch down nice and tight. And again, lifting this seat up, it makes it so much easier for you to install this. So be sure to lift your seat up as you're doing this. And then here's your draw cord right here. See that draw cord? Okay, this draw cord right here, this tied around, and we actually went right up. So you can see where my finger is going underneath. This is where we put it, and it just seems to go a lot better right here. So right here and underneath this section, and it comes up to right here. So here's the side of the draw cord coming right around here, and that just helps hug these bottom corners down, just keeps it nice and snug around the seat right there. So two straps and buckles, and then your draw cord, that gets things on nice and tight. Now we're moving on to the front center backrest. This would be the 20 section. It's called the 20 section backrest right here. I'm gonna unhook that. There's this little strap right here that you can unhook right here, and there's a little bit of a cutout for that hook right there, so you can see it cuts down around there. Now this cover right here, it has an elastic around the outsides. You just pull this over, snug that on like that, and it's very simple. There's no straps or buckles or Velcro on this one. It just has that elastic and just caps on right there, and you just push it around, caps on. Pretty simple cover to install on that one. Now we're on the passenger 60 bottom. So it lifts up like this from the back side. There's these two little it's hooked on right here and here, and this actually will lift out. I could just lift this up right now and it completely lifts out. I'm just gonna leave it here for camera purposes, just so it balances it. And so how this cover attaches on here is there's gonna be these straps right here. So 1, 2, 3 straps. They're going to buckles, okay? And you cinch those down nice and tight. Now you'll notice this middle strap right here, I have the draw cord tucked underneath that strap, because that's gonna help keep that draw cord from catching your seatbelt receiver as it comes up and down. So be sure to tuck that underneath. And then here's this draw cord that I have tied off right here. So I just have pulled that around nice and tight. I got these straps cinched up nice and tight right there as well. And then you can see, and there's this little bit of a indention right here that this sits into, and the straps go over that, and I've noticed it still clips down just fine for me. But I'm gonna put that back down now like that, and then you just gotta push that into those. There's these little push pins that you lift this seat out of, and you can see there's this little receiver right here for the push pin, this little rubber. and that actually pushes in to this push pin to kind of clip this seat back down right there. And you may just make sure that, now what I might do actually is take this strap right here and put that over the draw cord. So I'm gonna flip that around. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that here, just to get that a little farther away from where my push pin is going in. And it may be a good idea just to do that on all of them, is go take those straps and go over your draw cord right here. So let's weave this through. Again, as you're weaving these through, always go through that middle slot right here, then the outside slot. If you don't go through those in that order, then it doesn't lock these straps down very good. And so we're gonna go through here, and you can really crank on these. I mean, it's, if you ever have an issue with something ripping on you, you just let us know. We'll get it taken care of, okay? So we're just gonna push that around this side like that a little bit. Okay, there we go, perfect. Okay, so that's good there. And then with this excess, you could either cut this and maybe take a lighter and just kind of just keep that from fraying out like that. But I'll sometimes just take this excess and just tuck that around the strap or tie it around the strap, and then just kind of keep that out of the way there. Now we're gonna take that and push that back down and in. And again, there's that little push right there. You can see it pops up, push down. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a pull. It's just pulled through that push pin, just pushed it back into that push pin. So, and there's actually two of them, both sides, two push pins that you're gonna wanna push those back into there. So that's that 60 bottom up on the front here. Okay, so here's that push pin right here. That's where it pushes into it. Just kind of locks that seat down a little bit more, and you just got to give a little bit of a push on that seat as you push this back down. And then when you want to pull it back up, you just give it a little bit of a pull it back up on that. Now here is the passenger backrest, and this backrest actually pops off pretty easy. So you actually just pull this on the corners right here, pop like that, and then I can lift that off. It has these hooks. This is the same method as Can-Am uses on the Defenders. There's these little hooks down here at the bottom that it rests on this bar right here. And then there's these little push pins up at the top right here. And here's these straps and buckles that you're gonna pull nice and tight, just like we did on the front driver passenger, or the front driver backrest. And then here's the Velcro around the corners. Just pull that nice and tight. Once you have that on, secured on right there, then you can take this and then pop it back on like that right there. And then pushing that in right there, you just give that a little bit of a push, and then you're good to go. All finished up on that passenger backrest. So now we're on the rear seats, and the install for this rear bottom, it's actually a solid bench, but it's the same install as that front passenger 60 bottom. So it lifts up from the backside like this right here, and it's got those same straps and a big long draw cord going around the outside. So same exact install. And then after you install that down, you just push that down, locks back into those push pins right there. And then these backrests, this is a 40-20-40 backrest. So 40-20-40 like that. These outside 40s are gonna remove the same way that front passenger 40 did. Straps and buckles, Velcro on the backside right there. So same exact install as the front. After you have that installed, pull your seatbelt out right there, get it lined up again, pushes back in, just like that. So here is the headrest covers. They install very simply as well. It's skinnier towards the top, so make sure you line that up towards the top section. And then you can see there's an elastic around the outsides, and you just get that elastic, pull that around, and flip that on like that, and then just make sure everything's tucked around. It's so sweet having the American flag logo on here. Love that. So that just tucks around like that. So that's how the headrest install. And really after that, that's the full install. But if you have questions, we're happy to help you. Pretty simple install on the CF Moto. Thanks for watching this video. Again, this has been Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. If you have a set of seat covers that you're looking for on your truck, your UTV, you need to jump over to coversandcamo.com. We offer seat covers for trucks, Jeeps, cars, SUVs, and UTVs, with really the focus on those trucks and UTVs. So jump over to Covers and Camo. We're happy to help you. Again, Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Thanks.